and welcome to that Peter Crouch podcast with me, Peter Crouch. I've got Notorious and Chris Stark with me. Right, another big week for Steve Sidwell last week.
Massive.
I didn't even know until we got in today that you'd had that correct score. Wolves 1-1.
Yeah. Correct scores are huge.
Well, massive.
You know, and Joel,
there was biggest puddings.
This could be as big as puddings. This is there was a lot of thought went behind this. You know, Villa on their travels in Europe, play on a Sunday, fatigued, 1-1, nailed it.
Okay, so how this works, if you're new to this, is we talk about 3 games. We give the scores of 3 games that are coming up. If you get the correct score in that game, you get 3 points. If you kind of get the correct call, you know, win, lose or draw, you get a point, and obviously nothing if you mess it up. I was really behind going into this weekend. I was panicking, twitchy pupper time, and I've caught up a little bit.
Well, you have. Like, so what am I reading here? A VAR review of Pete's predictions 2 weeks ago. We've had to deduct points.
Just to clarify, we've had a very quick chat, and basically, yes, Pete, you're right. You have lost points because your previous scores were not correct. I think what we need to do in the interest of transparency here is every weekend get this up on social so people can see and people can sort. Do you see what I mean?
I agree. I get what you're saying.
Because we're sort of in the shadows here.
Yep.
I'm not keeping a tally of the scores myself. I'm trusting the process.
Well, I'm trusting the process.
I'm watching
behind the camera to get the right scores. I'm questioning them.
So just to clarify where we're up to, Sid, you're on 15 points.
Yes.
I'm on 6 points.
Yes.
And Pete, you're only on 7 now. So I'm actually only a point behind you.
Tight.
Got off to a flyer as well, didn't I?
There is a forfeit for the loser of this at Christmas.
There is. And they've said, Paddy Power said that they would supersize this forfeit for us. And I have done work with them in the past, and I know that it's not, they will supersize it. This is what I'm slightly concerned about.
So last week's show was named after Predictions is Massive. And this one is the San Marino show.
Oh, because international.
It's international break. Someone's come up with that. That was an absolute belting shout. The San Marino show.
Yeah.
And
I suppose your wife's nickname.
Yeah. And I suppose it's kind of because she kicks off every 10 minutes.
He's so good. Isn't he? He's so good.
And actually, 10 minutes ago, I'm actually due a call.
International one. This is harder for us to predict this weekend, but we will pick three games.
Right, we're going to fire into it. Do you know what we've got? We've got England, Italy.
Yep.
We've got Wales, Croatia, and we've got Spain, Scotland. We're doing home nations.
Yeah.
I'm going at the time of this recording. The first England game hasn't happened yet. The one with Australia. I'm going to go to that game. It's just a friendly. Just interested to see what happens there. But we will have put our scores in by then, so I'm hoping that it's just kind of, you know, a nice, easy win for England. But I don't know, it's a friendly. Like, you boys playing international friendlies, how does it work? Like, is there just a totally different mindset with players? Is it a good thing to have before a sort of qualifying game?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think you can try, you know, there might be a player that Gareth Southgate is thinking about to play him in the friendlies to kind of see how he gets on. If he does really well, you know, there's potential for him to play. And, you know, if it doesn't quite work, he's got that friendly to try it.
But like, do Premier League managers want their players playing international friendlies?
No,
they don't. They don't. Seriously, they don't. They wouldn't want them even go and turn up for their countries. They. It's been known, isn't it? They actually say that. Are you sure you're all right? Do you want to just say turn up? Maybe just say you've got aches and pains, or you've got a little niggle and you need to pull out.
No, they'd rather you didn't play.
Seriously,
to be honest, genuinely.
But it's like the 2-day illness thing, this, isn't it? Because if you can't be available for England, Australia, you can't. Do you know what I mean? If you're saying you've got a niggle for that, you can't then be
play.
in England, Italy.
It's
clever how they've done it.
Yeah.
Like, it's the classic. If you're going to have one day off work, really, you need to have 2, don't you? Well, you do.
If you're going to pull a sickie, you got to pull a big.
No,
sickie.
you got a chance of representing. The way I looked at it was, if you got a chance of playing, it's another cap. Like, you want to get as many caps as you can, and I always wanted to kind of tick them off. Friendlies for me, I used to love them because, you know, sometimes if, like, say Michael and Wayne Rooney were playing in the qualifier, or someone was ahead of me, I could play a friendly and I might play. You know what I mean? I'll get a chance to get a cap, score some goals, and force my way in. So it was always an opportunity for me, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you want to start then? Do you want to get straight
Let's go straight into England.
Predictions?
Okay.
Straight in.
England, Italy.
Obviously, the big weekend fixture, supported by Paddy Power, is England v Italy. That's the one we're obviously most interested in.
Huge. Huge, this.
What are we saying? Qualifier v Italy. We beat them last time. They beat us in the Euros.
I just think this is going to be a tight game. I just think Italy defence, that shithousery, the fouls that they do, the little niggles. I don't see many goals. I think England will win. I'm going to go with England win. I'll always back England. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win.
Ooh.
According to Paddy Power, England are favourites to win this.
Well, it should be,
So I am going to
go with Italy.
I see an opportunity this international break to catch up with you actually, because I think there's an element of unknown around these predictions. Normally, you two are very good at qualifying it. I just hit and hope. It's very much like our golf game between us all. But this is where I can catch up, because I don't think you two are putting as much time into this as you would normally for the fixtures, because that's your business and that's where you're on the TV and that's where you're doing all the analysis.
So you think the international break is a time for us to put our feet up and this is where you can capitalise?
I totally think that's the case. I think you're just putting punts out there and trying to qualify it this week. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're listening to this right now and want to call bullshit on either Crouchy or Steve in what they're saying to justify their scores, but it doesn't seem as precise as it normally does.
No. I'm going to totally agree with that. Yeah.
What are you going for?
I've got my flip-flops on.
I'm
already on holiday. I am actually going away. You know what I mean? It's like, I've actually got, not much interest. I'll watch the England game, obviously, but great chance for you.
England 2, Italy 0.
2-0.
2-0. Not qualifying that any more than a gut instinct.
That is, in fact, what I had wrote down. Can
I see that, please?
Well, I'm about to write it down. I forgot to write it down, but that was what I was going to go for. But I'm not going to go for that because you've gone for it.
Okay.
But that I do like the score.
Okay.
What I'm saying. I'm going to go an emphatic England win.
No, you're not going to go 3.
I am.
Are you?
Yeah. Only because he's took 2.
What, against Italian defence?
Yeah, I don't think Italy are what they were. And I think we have players so full of confidence. If you look at, Jude Bellingham on absolute fire, right? Harry Kane, gone to Bayern on absolute fire. There's players around it. Maddison playing well. Will he get a chance? Players that...
But they didn't pull up trees in the last...
No, I agree. But they
Ukraine was 0-0.
Yeah, but then obviously after the Ukraine game, we played Scotland and it was comfortable, right? Very.
Yeah, true.
No, I just think that there's players like, for instance now, producer George got to shout him out, right? He's just given me a stat here about Jude Bellingham. Mm-hmm. It's the best start of any Real Madrid player ever.
Based on goals?
And assists.
So that's better than Ronaldo, Zidane, you name it. Wow. All the Galacticos, he's numero uno.
Well, I'm not saying he's a better player than them, but what I am saying is those stats, I mean, he is full of confidence, and that is what incredible. To go to Real Madrid at his age and just take it by the scruff of the neck. Fans absolutely adore him. Just think, obviously, he's going to walk in 10 foot tall to England. It's not just him. I think there's, Maddison's on fire, Harry Kane. There were players there playing good football, and I think 2-0 was my original guess, but I think 3-0.
Just looking at some of the stuff that Paddy Power have sent over as well, because it's quite useful and just sort of arming for a decision. England scored the first goal, because my worry is, and I don't know what this is based on, but I maybe I've grown up in an era where it's never seems to be just easy for England. And part of me thinks I go 2-0, but we'll go a goal down, and then we'll have that class to kind of score and get it back. Yeah. But England to score the first goal, if you were to back the England team to just kind of follow through on the 2-0 that I'm predicting, the odds on that are 8 to 15. £10 would give you a total return of about £15. So it's looking quite likely.
Well, we've all gone for the first goal.
Yeah.
Anyway, because we're obviously saying that they're going to win.
So it seems to suggest that's the kind of route with which most people seem to be going. This is exactly how it played out in 4 out of England's 5 qualifiers so far. England get that first goal, which is totally against the perception that I thought of.
I back England. Every time, I don't care who we play, I always think we're going to win. I just think this is going to be a tight game. I'm wearing these Paddy Power pants and they are tight, and I'm just going to go with that prediction. This is going to be tight.
And they are tight.
Tight.
I thought we weren't going to reference them.
So what?
Wow.
So what score? What score?
I went 3-0.
3-0.
1-0, 2-0. So 1-2-3.
1-2-3. So when they go one up, you're going to want them to hold on.
So we've actually no one's having Italy to score.
No.
Both teams to score and England to win is 3-1. So £10 will return you £40.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I get that.
That's decent. But we're saying they're not scoring.
Clean sheet.
Well, that's what I think.
I think so as well. Let's go. Come on, England.
All right, next game.
Right, firing here to Wales, Croatia.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Okay, well, I'm saying I'm gonna go with a Croatia win here. No Aaron Ramsey in this one. At the time of recording, I believe that's not happening. A call up for Robbie Savage's son,
Charlie Savage.
Nice.
Yeah, who's playing at Reading, doing really well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you speak to him at all, Sid?
Well, obviously, I worked with Sav, which was BT, now TNT. And then when he signed for Reading, he called me up and was asking about the club and where he should maybe possibly stay. And a really good club, like Joe, what resemblance of myself, going from Arsenal to Reading to go back up, Manchester United to go there to showcase his stuff. And look, he's got a reward now to go and represent his country. Amazing. I'm sure Sav will be there watching, but I don't think they'll win.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do it. Sadly, happy to be proven wrong.
Croatia top of the group, aren't they? And
they are, but it is at Wales, and they do get an atmosphere going.
Yeah.
That could be their only grace. It is at home, but I still see Croatia being too strong. I've gone for a 2-0 win.
No. I've gone 2-1.
Oh. It was hold on a minute. I went last time, right? And I wanted 2-1.
Yeah, but I've written it down.
So have I.
What have you done? Can't go through my scores, mate.
It's my score. I wanted.
You've gone Croatia 2, Wales 1.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I was, but...
No, but it's okay. We have to be a bit tactical like that. All we've got to do is catch up on Sid's. Unless you just want to make this a me and you battle, and we know he's going to fly ahead.
This is an AB conversation. I'll see you later on.
The thing is when you're, when you're kind of Luton or, at the moment, Sheffield United, do you care if Man City win or not? No.
No, I know.
Do you care if Sheffield United win? Yes, you do.
I've got to pull you up on your experiences of Luton last weekend very quickly.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you couldn't stop tweeting about them.
I enjoyed it.
I don't think I've ever seen you so wet for a club. He was putting up pictures of the food. Have you noticed whenever anyone goes to Kenilworth Road, it's all like, oh, isn't it great? We stood by the stand. Like,
I enjoyed it. It made me reminisce of like when I used to go to football with that. It's like an old school stadium. Like when you go to some of these Premier League stadiums, it's all very nice, but it's not what I grew up on. So when you did go in there, I had a Bob Raw, I had a lovely bite to eat down there, like this chicken thing with chips. It was lovely.
Chicken thing with chips.
Yeah. The sauce on it was similar to the wings we have here. Unbelievable, like hot sauce with chips under.
Look at this. Look, you going. Look, this is like
a poster for the podcast as well.
Oh, that was good. I did see that.
Yeah. Old school poster for the pod. Yeah. There was a lot going on at Luton that I enjoyed, is what I'm saying.
It was a parched scenario, but magnified.
A parched scenario.
But I think the thing is, I'm sure you had a nice time at Luton. You'd have a nicer time. You haven't been to Vicarage Road for a while, have you?
No, it's been a while.
That's the thing. I could show you a nice time Watford there as well. Yeah.
There's elements to like. What's to like?
What, at Watford?
Yeah.
Yeah, loads. More than Luton.
Well, I don't know. I enjoyed Luton.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Croatia, Wales. I'm going to go with... I feel like I've got to go with something different to Chris, but...
You don't?
Oh, don't change.
You'll regret it.
Don't change. If it's 2-1 now, you're going to be...
It'll be a huge blow, won't it?
But what would you change to?
I don't know.
You're going to back Wales? Well, go wild?
I was going to go wild.
Roll the dice.
Not back them. I was going to go like 1-1.
That is kind of...
That's doable.
You're going 1-1?
Well, we've sucked him in.
I've sucked in massively.
That is a huge call.
It's a huge call. But you know what? You went big on the first day and it didn't work out at all. I've gone big today and it's one of those. I'm going 1-1.
I'm excited for that game now.
Well, it'd be nice to cheer on Wales as well. You know what I mean? I'll sit there. I obviously sing the national anthem, don't I? Gulad, Gulad, fly the old Ruim Gulad.
If you go to the rugby, I don't think they do it with the football, do they? But at the rugby, if you sing the Welsh anthem, they do it with a goat. There's a small goat.
Do they?
Yeah, there's a goat with them for the anthem.
What, as a mascot?
Guy in military attire and a goat, and they perform the anthem. And I always think that's a nice touch.
Are you shitting me?
There's a goat. I was telling you, Sid, keep an eye out for it. I swear down. Unless someone correct me, like I swear.
Can we find that out from listeners? Is it a mountain goat or is it just a farm goat?
It's just a goat. I'd love Crouchy to be stood there doing the anthem with the goat. And, yeah.
I'm going to support Wales. Listen, I think they can. I think they can get a draw. I think it's not as if Croatia. I mean, listen, they're a great side, but it's doable for them, especially at home. Come on, Wales.
All right, so you're cheering on Wales when you're away and your feet are up and your flip-flops are on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be.
Okay, so the next one, you can have the first prediction on this one.
Yeah. So this game is Spain-Scotland. Now Scotland this is big. They're top of the group, right?
They are.
12 points.
McTominay has scored a lot of goals.
Ahead.
Yeah, 4 back-to-back wins. That's the first time in their
Why
history.
are you surprised we're putting this sentence together with Scotland?
Yeah, they qualified for the Euros last time, and that was the first time in a hell of a long time, wasn't it? And it feels like something's happening with Scotland. But it is surprising because it was so long before that. And of course now they've got a massive opportunity to qualify. Spain aren't what they were. You know, when we were playing against Spain that was an experience. I remember being at Old Trafford. I remember being on. They said, "You just get round Iniesta like when you're what was it? It was Xavi, I think." He said basically whoever drops in that kind of pivot role, if you're the striker, you just drop in on him. So they were rotating it between Iniesta and Xavi, and safe to say I didn't get near him much.
I was to say, was it as close as you got to that photo you had with it?
Yeah. I was hoping that was the problem. I was hoping he'd come over to me again.
Who wants to kick this off then?
Well, it's the big man.
I'll kick it off. It's in Spain.
You've bigged up Scotland.
I've bigged up Scotland. Spain are actually on a decent run of form as well. I know it was Georgia and Cyprus they beat.
They've won a couple, yeah. Spain need a point to qualify. I feel that's a bit of impetus there to go and score.
Mm-hmm.
They're on a good run, though, Scotland, aren't they? Jesus Christ. 2-1 Spain.
Okay. I've gone 1-1.
Oh, that's big.
I've gone 1-1. I think Scotland will want that. Because a point, you'd sit on that, wouldn't you? If it
imagine going to Spain as well and getting a point and qualifying.
This is what I mean. Like a goal and the game changes for them just to keep that. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
and I do wonder, and I worry about, I do think there's a Spain goal there. Tierney's injured. Couple of injuries there. I'm going to go 1-1.
I can see where we're going there. The incentive to just grind something out. If they go a goal behind, just sit back, wait for the last moments, then go and get a late equaliser. I've gone big. I've gone Spain 3-0.
3-0?
Yeah. I think Scotland will get their asses felt.
Wow.
Hold on. Spain 3-0. What did you go for?
2-1 Spain.
2-1 Spain. So 2 Spain wins. Oh, yes. This could be my...
1-0.
my
That could be your moment.
here.
That could be your moment. All right. Well, that's the prediction sorted. I think we just got a couple of messages we've got to get through.
Yes.
Just because I saw something that really, really upset me midweek. And it was the fact that apparently there's no Garys. There will be no Garys in the year 2040. Is that right?
No, I think it was 2050.
So no, there's been no Garys recorded, named since 1992. So I'm blaming the Premier League. The Premier League came in 92, and I think the old league, the Football League, we were calling it was Gary Stevens, it was Gary Lineker, it's Gary Mabbott, Gary Pallister, Gary McAllister. It was a standard procedure, for Garys with a heartbeat of the England squad.
So you're saying there's not been a Gary born since 1992?
This is the information I've received. Granted, it was on Twitter.
But what I would say is, didn't we have this same discussion about the name Ian?
Yeah, we did.
That was dying out. So we called my son. We announced that his middle name was going to be Ian, I think, and it wasn't. But it was reported that it was Ian.
But I think people are That did come back a little bit, didn't we? We had a few little baby Ians, didn't we?
Well, we did because people were naming. We said this
came
on
back
the podcast.
stronger.
Luckily, the name did come back strong because people were naming their children. So we're going to do a bit of a drive for Gary's now.
So what I'm saying is, instead of Ian this time, if you are having a baby in the near future, just put the feelers out for Gary and see how it goes.
It's a lovely name. It's actually a lovely name.
Just a standard name.
And that's a nice little boy or little girl's name. It's 2023.
You think Gary for a girl?
Well, just reclaim it. It could be one of those that done right. It could be the new Ashley, couldn't it? Where it just sort of transcends all sort of everything in between. So just if you are having a baby, throw it out there. And the great thing about pregnancy is it's 9 months or so, isn't it? You've got time to work on this sort of thing. At first it might seem like we're not going to call our kid Gary, but give it a few months and it starts to just sort of lend itself to be a nice baby's name. You know?
Just bear in mind, that's all we're saying. Like Gary's dying. Let's bring it back.
Well, if anything can bring
Chumbawamba.
if anything that can bring it back, it would be this podcast.
There's some people out there that will call their baby Gary. Hopefully it's a boy.
Every week we say when you're out on the terraces, just if there's just a quiet moment in the game, just scan around, see if you can see any decent shirt names that are out there, because there's always one in a crowd. We get quite a few of these now. Which one do you want?
Well, there's a couple here, but I feel like we should probably go with this one. Because mainly for the name, I mean, it's been sent in by Testicle O'Reilly. At Testicle O'Reilly. There's no confirmation if that is his real name.
And he's put it as his new profile pic as well.
He's put this picture as his profile pic. So the picture is basically he's at the Liverpool game. So he's actually at the game, and you can see him with the stand in the background. He's actually gone in this shirt to a game. I love MILFs. I love MILFs with the number 69.
It's staggering. It must have been a bet. But what's incredible is because that's a Liverpool kit, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he's got the sleeve sponsor on it as well. He's got the
done it
full
properly.
Expedia.
He's done right. He's gone whole hog, but he didn't want to spend the extra £2.50 a letter on LOVE. He's gone cheap and gone with a free.
UV. He's gone UV. What I do like about this as well is, like you say, Expedia probably wouldn't be over the moon with this kind of promotion on their arm. No. And also the Premier League badge is in the 6 and the 9.
He's done it
Yeah.
That means that's probably the club shop that's done that.
I wonder what it's like when they actually
official shirt
print them up. When they get sent, whether it's been done online or whether it's been in the shop.
Online, has to be. You get guys in the shop, there's a young girl behind the desk. Excuse me. Who would you like? Who would you like? Salah, Diaz? I'd like I-love MILFs.
Surely they say
oh my God.
And what number would you like that?
I love it. A 6 and a 9.
Do you think he's had to pretend it's a player? Just gone like, he loves muffs.
He loves muffs. New signing. 60.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
I think it's my favourite one.
Keep an eye out and then, get us on the socials, that kind of thing. You can email us peter.crouch@acast.com if you do spot anyone out on the terraces with an interesting name.
And thanks for listening to the San Marino weekend. Enjoy your international break, guys.